Just outside of Lake Arrowhead is the little town of Cedar Glen, which meanders up Hook Creek Road all the way up to Aztec Falls. The town itself is spread out across quite a large area, and I'm in the heart of it right now. As you can see, this cute little town has an antique store. There are 2 gyms, 2 restaurants, the hardware store, 2 hair salons, the post office, laundromat, and a thrift store. Pro tip, Cedar Glen Inn right there. If you go there for breakfast, learn from my mistake in the past. When you order pancakes, it's not a little plate of little small pancakes. They are like pancakes the size of salad plates. Fantastic food. That is a family favorite with my family, and we like to go to breakfast there for sure. Moving down the street here, just to give you a little bit of a view, I want to show you the cutest little post office that I have ever seen. So post offices are a big thing up here on the mountain. We don't have street mail delivery from the U.S. Postal Service. We do get delivery from UPS and FedEx, etc. and so forth, but the United States Postal Service only delivers to P.O. boxes. And you get to choose your P.O. box. When you close escrow on a property or sign a rental contract, you get a standard box free. But you do have to go to the post office to pick up your mail. This right here is the post office for Cedar Glen. It's little, it's small, it's quaint. I just love the post office sign. Cedar Glen is a ton of, well, just community packed into a small space. Thrift store is actually the thrift store for a charity. Restaurant, hair salon. I'm just going to show you. See that little A-frame right there? That's where I go to get my hair done. So this is Cedar Glen. I am showing this to you on a Wednesday afternoon, a little bit after 12. This is typical traffic for the middle of the week. So for a town, still pretty sleepy, still pretty quiet. There is no big city hustle and bustle here. So let's move on. This cabin, built in the 1930s, sits on Hook Creek Road. Because it was built so almost 100 years ago, it is close to where Hook Creek Road now stands. This is actually the front of the house facing onto Hook Creek Road. There's some privacy fencing there to mitigate any road noise that might go past. Front door there, and that side door here off the patio goes into the kitchen. As you can see, we have tons of ground space to look at. And there's a whole lower area that we're going to be able to tour as well. But we're going to start here. So the interesting thing about this cabin is that there's the main house, and then downstairs there is a guest house. But the guest house lives so well that it's like, this could be a duplex. Live in one, rent the other, Airbnb, whatever. We just walked in the front door, and this is the dining area here. The kitchen and informal dining is through there. But I'm going to take you first into the living room. Now, this home, though it was originally built in 1934, was renovated and updated about 5 or 6 years ago. So it has dual pane windows, updated heating, updated plumbing, updated roof, just beautifully, beautifully done. What you're seeing here from the renovation is a mix of the old and the new. For example, these are the original hardwood floors to the house, and the paneling is the original tongue and groove paneling. We have updated wall heater units on this level. It's a little bit different downstairs, but we'll talk about that later. Beautiful fireplace. Absolutely gorgeous fireplace. It is a wood burning fireplace. And as you can see, the living room is light, and bright and airy and quite large. You walk through the living room into bedroom number 1. Bedroom number 1, again, quite nicely done in terms of capturing light and brightness. I believe that's a queen-size bed, plenty of room. Behind that door there is the closet, and through here is a pass-through Jack and Jill bath with the most adorable clawfoot tub. So the full bath is a walk-through with a cute clawfoot tub. It's a little small, but it's laid out well so that you're not tripping over everything. Then you pass through to bedroom number 2. Now this one is set up as kind of like a little den, reading nook, family room. Look at the slope of the ceiling and all the woodwork, and again, just the flow of the light. Isn't it just so tranquil? I like tranquil. Little view out onto the backyard of the house. And then we walk through here and we're in the kitchen. This is the informal dining right here. Plenty of space. That door goes out onto the patio that I showed you earlier. And this is the kitchen. As you can see, this home is vintage, vintage, vintage. No dishwasher here. I think that that's the only thing that we would want in a kitchen, but then again, for a cabin like this, are you really going to need a dishwasher? So cute. And then when you pass through the kitchen, we're back into the entry with the dining area. So that is the main level of the house. Next, I'm going to take you downstairs to the guest house that lives like a duplex. Honestly, this would be one of those properties where you could live in one level, rent the other, whether you want to have a full-time tenant or maybe rent it out as a short-term rental, vacation hotspot. The potential here is tremendous. So let's take a little walk and go downstairs to the other unit. I'm standing in the backyard and we'll tour that in just a few moments, but I wanted to show you the lower level of the house. The guest house sits beneath. The window there is bedroom number 1, which I showed you earlier. That window in the middle is to the bathroom with the cute clawfoot tub, and that bank of windows goes to the bedroom that's set up currently as a reading area, den, family room, little thing like that. You'll notice that there's 2 doors downstairs. It's not that there's 2 separate units. It's very interesting how this was set up. And again, it is permitted space, and it's a guest house, or it could be used as a separate rental if you wanted to treat the property like a income producing property. We're going to go inside the downstairs area through this door here. And voila. You'll see that this is laid out in almost an H shape. Each one of those doors opens into a room like this. That could be a bedroom, or it could be a living area in a bedroom. It could be 2 living areas. It just depends on what you would like to do with the space. Each side has a 3/4 bath, and the kitchen separates both sides. So here in this bathroom, is your 3/4 bath. Nice wide stall shower, pedestal sink. That's the door that we just came in. Notice how quiet it is in here. The carpet is newer and it has beautiful tile flooring. The kitchen is rather large and long. Original cabinetry for the uppers. The lowers did have to be replaced. Granite countertop, stainless steel sink. Definitely a space for a little bistro table there. Fully functional as a kitchen. Plenty of space. And then through here is the next room. So as you can see, this room, again, good space, good dimensions, plenty of light, good windows. And then this one also has a 3/4 bath with a stall shower. Again, nice and wide. Tile flooring, matching pedestal sink. This bathroom is a little bigger than the first one that we went through. Something to know about the lower guest house is that it's a mixture of drywall and cinder block, and that contributes to part of the quiet. It also has a couple gas lines installed if you wanted to put in one of those really cute little decorative wall heaters that looks like a fireplace. That would be awesome. The downstairs, instead of wall heaters, has a gas forced air heating system to it. So upstairs in the main house, you have wall heaters and the fireplace. Downstairs in the guest house, or the additional unit, depending on how you want to use the property, is on its own separate forced air heating unit. Also, the property has a storage room, a utility room, and in the utility room are 2 hot water heaters, one for upstairs, one for downstairs, and the forced air unit. So now that we've taken a look at the downstairs guest house, I want to show you the yard, which is quite beautiful. So we'll start taking a look at the yard here. That is the patio where we first entered the property. That's the door to the storage area and utility room with the dual water heaters, forced air unit, laundry hookups, and storage. That's the staircase coming from the patio down to the yard. And this is just one of the best things about this lot, other than the fact that it's pretty flat. There's this beautiful stream that runs through it. It is a seasonal stream. It's going to run when the water table is high, and of course when we've got snow melt or rainstorms. But this is actually on the property. The property goes up to Hook Creek Road and comes all the way across to that red fence, and it goes a little bit beyond the end of the flat area here. Plenty of yard space out here. Oh, the neighbors are doing some construction on their house. I hear a saw. So down here off of the embankment, the stream continues, and I believe it eventually feeds all the way down to Lake Arrowhead. But I thought I would definitely make sure that you saw that. The yard space here is phenomenal because there really is not a lot of property up here that is large and has reasonably flat land. So when you find a property that has both a large yard area and it's reasonably flat and it's usable and it has a stream and it's something that you don't normally find up here on the mountain, ticking off all of the boxes. That little embankment there is actually a gravel driveway. There's a driveway that enters off of Hook Creek Road. There's also parking at Hook Creek Road, but the driveway comes down from the street, goes this way, and of course dog legs down to the patio and the guest house. So honestly, what I see here is tons of parking that's usable in a really good access area, because Hook Creek is a main road and it's plowed very nicely in the wintertime. Your walking distance to Cedar Glen, the middle of Cedar Glen, the main town area, and you have parking here for, you know, an RV, or maybe you want to expand and use the yard space and totally trick it out with, I don't know, the sky's the limit. I kind of see water features, maybe a hot tub. In any event, I'm so glad that we had the opportunity to take a look at the outside, because 2 days ago it was pouring rain and there was no way that we would be standing out here looking at the yard space. So this ends our time together touring the vintage cabin at 29072 Hook Creek Road in Cedar Glen, California. This home is shown by appointment only, so to see it in person, feel free to reach out to me and we'll get together and get you in the door. And of course, I'll be able to help you with any of your mountain real estate needs. I'm only a phone call, DM, text message, video chat, Zoom conference call, whatever you need, away. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'm sure that we'll be speaking soon. Bye for now.